Hi there, Hilary here for Waterlogged on behalf of SaltwaterAquarium.com. As you can see, I am at the Two Little Fishies booth here at Reef-A-Palooza New York, where we are going to chat for a few minutes with Julian and learn about some of the really interesting new products that are available from Two Little Fishies. So let's go say hi. Hey Julian, how is it going?
Very good. Hi Hilary.
You know, I've been so busy at the last few shows, I haven't had a chance to come by and talk to you and see some of these new products, but I know you got a bunch. So I was wondering if you could walk us through some of the new stuff that you have.
Well, I'm glad to finally have a chance to show you. Welcome. This is a new food called Wormbitz, and with that name you could imagine it's made from worms, and it's not just your everyday worms. These are marine polychaetes.
So are we talking things like bristle worms?
They are a type of bristle worm that lives in intertidal zones. A very, very good food for fish. As you know, all fish love to eat worms.
Absolutely.
You don't have to worry about the bristles. They're not going to get stuck in the fish's mouth or harm them in any way. You know, this type of worm is used even for bait for fishes, for fishing. Anyway, they're freeze-dried, and I can open that and show it to you right here so you can see what that looks like. Now, you can see some pretty good-sized bits, good-sized chunks, and that's nice for larger fish, but since it's freeze-dried, it's actually brittle, and it just crumbles, it falls apart, so you can make it whatever size you need to feed to whatever fish. When it hits the water, it soaks up water, and I'm sure you can probably smell it from there.
I can.
It has a very strong aroma, which is very appetizing and palatable to fish, so that even really finicky feeders feed on worms. I think most expert aquarists know when you have a fish that's hard to get to feed, you can try live black worms. You know, there's more to it than just it being live. There's something appealing about the aroma.
Makes sense.
And even in the freeze-dried form, you get that same effect. In fact, anybody who's ever kept Banggai cardinal fish knows that generally you feed them live food or frozen food. You know, they'll eat brine shrimp, mysis shrimp, worms. But you can feed them this as a dry food that they will actually eat off the surface, which I've never seen before until I tried this, and it was impressive. Copperband butterflies will eat this, other butterfly fish, angelfish, clownfish. It's for all fish. Freshwater fish as well, discus.
I was just going to ask. I saw the discus on the label.
Yeah, it's a wonderful food for a broad range of fish.
Excellent.
Available now, just came out. I think you saw in a previous video we talked about the Little Lifesaver air pump.
Yes.
Anybody who's ever had a power outage knows how critical it is to have an air pump getting some oxygenation going for the aquarium.
There's been some big stories in the hobby lately, people having lost power and devastating effects to the tanks.
And really such a simple device can truly be a lifesaver. So the advantage here, you can have this air pump plugged in and it'll be running on mains power, but it has a battery built in that charges up when it's plugged in, and if the power goes out, it will run continuously about 12 hours. If you set it on an intermittent mode where it comes on for several seconds and then goes off, it'll run 20 hours.
Wow.
So that really is a helpful little device.
20 hours?
Yes, 20 hours.
Very nice.
Yeah, and inexpensive. It's about $30 retail.
That's not bad at all.
Small investment to protect your aquariums. You can have multiple ones, whatever.
Worth it for the peace of mind.
You know, really clever, you could even have it on battery backup timer where you could have multiple ones, so after a certain amount of time it'll come on.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, great little product available now. You did some video footage of Julian's thing.
I did.
And that's not actually a new product.
No.
Yeah. But it was a fun one that we developed many years ago. The package doesn't really give you a clue about what it looks like, but Here you can see the actual thing and the utility of it. You have a tip here that can be cut to give you different size openings. A syringe, which is like a pump that gives you the control to draw water in and then release it. And then you have the flexibility to dose, to feed fish, or suck up something in the aquarium. When you draw up food or whatever liquid into there, there's a valve here that prevents it from going into the pipe there. And it doesn't drip. It prevents it from falling out.
Oh my gosh.
So there were a lot of little details involved, and it makes it, once you use it, you can understand that, you know,
that makes
I thought
sense.
about all the details to make it easy.
I love
to
products
use.
like that.
Yeah, it was fun to develop this one.
I need one of those for the public aquarium and the tanks that I have to
Yeah.
clean there. Make life
Right.
a lot easier.
You know, if you ever need to clean the sand right against the glass, you get that algae growth right there where the
Yep.
light hits it. You just go right with this and pump, 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 pump. Goes right through.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
What a useful product.
Yeah, it's great. So thank you for giving it a little bit of airtime. I appreciate that.
Of course.
And let's see, we've got those. We've got the Metasorb Cartridge is the next new item. We have for many years sold Metazorb, which is a metals absorbing polymer. Works quite well. The trouble is that the pouch that holds the powder is made of cotton. And it doesn't last very long in the aquarium, whereas the polymer does last. The manufacturer is able to bond the polymer onto a typical filter cartridge. So now this can be used in a 10-inch sump filter cartridge, or you can use it in our PhosBan reactor. We made an adapter.
Perfect.
Yeah, a few little parts, inexpensive. If you've got a PhosBan adapter, you can put a Metasorb cartridge in it. And it has a very high capacity, 1,000 parts per million per 100 gallons.
Okay.
Typically, when you're dealing with trace metals in excess, you're in parts per billion. So this takes out 1,000 parts per million. So the capacity, this thing will last for a long, long time.
That's what I like.
Yeah. Now, you don't want to be running it continuously because it'll remove essential trace elements.
Yeah.
But if you have an excess, it's a quick way of absorbing it and solving that problem. I don't recommend people use it just because they're worried about their aquarium. It's when they do an ICP test, come up with a reading that has them concerned.
When you actually need it.
When you need it.
I like that.
That's it.
Good disclaimer. Well, thank you so much, Julian. I really appreciate this. I'm excited to hear about all of the new products.
Thank you very much, Hilary. Thanks for featuring them. It's always great to see you.
Of course. Well, this has been Hilary for Waterlogged on behalf of SaltwaterAquarium.com. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Perfect.
Bye.